Intel's era is going to end, and there will be a new era, which is custom chips era. So what do I mean by this? If you pay attention, if you have been paying attention to technology world, you will probably found out a lot of big companies they are making their own chip. For example, Amazon already been making their own CPUs for design their own CPUs for a couple of years. And Facebook also announced previously they will design their own chips. And Apple, not to mention, they already designed their computer chip CPU M1 chip, and they're going to add up more product line. And Microsoft also has some kind of this rumor, or it's already been, I think it's rumor they're going to design their ARM chip. So all of these will make those big companies departing from Intel's CPUs. And today, another big news is Google just hires Intel executive Urian Frank. He's a very senior guy in Intel, and the reason that Google hired this guy is because Google wants to double down its custom chip, self-designed CPUs or self-designed IC chips. They will lay this Urian Frank to run its custom chip division. And as for Google's track record for these custom chips, Google already has TPUs V1, V2, so that's a graphics card, but it's Google's version. Tensor processing units is especially used for kind of a machine learning calculation, those matrix operations. And Google also has another one. It's OpenTitan. OpenTitan is an open source IC that's target for security things. So that's there are more and more these kind of projects. Those big tech companies are going to design their own CPUs, GPUs, and Intel's definitely has, I think, been put in dangers because previously Intel just sold all the CPUs to these big tech companies. As long as they have servers, they will use Intel's CPUs, at least for most of 90% or 85% of the time. The rest of market share belongs to AMD. But because of these kind of new trends, those big companies will gradually switching their CPUs with their own custom CPUs. Intel will lose a lot of market share in this business, and the only ground Intel can hold is consumer facing one. But even in the consumer facing market, Apple also holding some edge because M1 chip is for consumers, it's not for enterprise. So that's I would be worried about Intel's market share revenue in the future. Let's just wait and see in 5 years can Intel still remain the same amount of revenue. I don't think so. I think their revenue will gradually drop, or at least flat in the next 5 years, and their profit margin will probably also drop due to this kind of strong competition on the market. So that's something that I want to share with you today. If you would like to receive more technology review videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. Other than that, I will see you next time.